know where Greg even went. Hope he gets back soon. I think it's time to start. It's like 3 minutes after. He must have really had to go. Oh, are you back? Oh, are we? Oh, I don't know. Are you back?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think we are. It says on air.
Well, my button says end stream, so I guess you can't end the stream unless it's. Let's hurry up, buttholes. What who's that?
First chat I look at says hurry up, buttholes.
Okay. Oh, I'm letting you know Bart's letting me drive. This is kind of dangerous. Let's see. I'll bring this up.
Yeah, you got me on the top and you on the bottom though. It's freaking me out. I feel like your glasses are looking at me. Oh, there we go.
I did figure that out. Let's see. Here it is. Show. See, there's my good friend Poe. He's saying, "Hurry up, buttholes."
Right. Pierre was here first, though. Pierre was here quite a while ago.
Yes, Pierre, while we were doing our little bantering back and forth before basically Bart instructing me on how to work this thing. Which
I should have sent Pierre a link. He was here so early. He could have jumped on the stream.
Yeah.
He could have been on the show. And of course, Megan's here. And then Kelly. Who else is here? Polo's here.
When I first logged in, it said, a matter of fact, I hope it's G. Parker. When I first logged in, it says, welcome Off Grid Arcade. I said, that's not me. Whoever logged in last.
Oh, right. Yeah, I had to do that last week. I had to switch it. Yeah. Polo's here. Retro Gamer 1977 is here. That's Michael. Good to see you. Oh, Gideon's here.
Gideon!
From all the way over in the Netherlands.
Every time I hear that name Gideon, I want to say, giddy up. Giddy up, Gideon.
Gideon is here. Always good to see him. He is our farthest away friend.
I think you guys can see scrolling along the bottom of the screen is FX Pinball, our second tournament. And I'll have the results for you here in just a few minutes about what happened last week. And but there you go. I got a video on it that I'm going to show here in a minute. But if you want to jump on FX Goat Simulator, and you can watch us at the same time, do so. If not, just stay right here.
Right. Yeah. Oh, Poe just got off the phone with his boy. Yeah, that's always good. Get a chance to talk to your kids.
Yeah. Especially he's halfway across the country, he is clear across the country.
Yeah.
He's clear across.
4/5 of the way anyway. That's for sure. It's a long way.
I'll just get this out of the way real quick. Yesterday, I cleaned my garage, and it was 87 degrees.
Oh, my goodness.
I think I lost 5 pounds of fat just sweating. And, I slept like a baby. And then a thunderstorm rolled in. And, some people are scared of thunderstorms are like rockabye baby to me. I flipping fell asleep with that lightning and thunder. It just relaxed me.
Yeah.
But then I get up this morning and it's cold, red, and rainy, and 42 degrees. And the sun finally came out, but it didn't get out of the 40s. So 40-some degree temperature difference.
Wow.
In over a 24-hour period.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, today was really nice here. 70 degrees and sunny. So I'll take that. But I don't know if you can hear the trailer popping every once in a while, but it is windy. So
I've got a question for you. The chat that I've got on the right, my chat over here that I can put up, is I'm trying to figure out which one's the new. The bottom they feed from the bottom up, right?
Right. Yeah, and sometimes I have to scroll it because the bottom chat might not be the most bottom chat.
Okay,
it'll hang up.
Okay, Hollywood. I see now it's even got a time thing on. Okay, so Hollywood Polo just put snow last year, didn't melt off the road. Till 2 p.m. It's still cold here. Yeah, okay, yeah, I got it. But he's showing up on our screen here at the bottom, and it's showing up here on the bottom. Okay, I got it. And then I can do this. I can bring it up here.
Right.
There you go, Polo. Welcome. Welcome to the show. And what's this guy got to say? Same situation here today. Hot and sunny earlier. Thunderstorms now in the 40s. Yep. It evidently left here and went right to you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Listen,
I guess we're supposed to be back up into the 90s again next week. And I'm not liking that. I don't want to see 90s until June.
I am with you on that. Let me go ahead, and since we got some people here, Jabba. Is Jabba here?
Jabba's not here yet.
Okay. Well, remind me if he comes back to congratulate him. Number 1 on Duke Nukem this last week's pinball tournament, 27,177,107, followed by yours truly, Hollywood Polo. Let's give it up for Polo.
Nice.
609,858. Followed up by Off Grid Arcade, 8,329,000. Oh, what the heck happened? Okay. Oh, Derek is closing in on you there. He's got 7,836,000. Followed by G Parker with 5,579,000, and then the last one is DIA Max 1, which you said who that was.
That's Pierre.
Pierre, right? And that's 4,029,500,000. So there you go.
Nice.
Hey, we had, what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 6 people. 6 people in the tournament this week. So yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Poe asked if he won. It's like only if we're playing golf rules, but we'll give Poe 7th. He came in 7th, right behind Pierre. But Poe's score was 0. So
no, I got to correct that. I'm sorry. I hate to disagree with you, Bart, but I think that the Arcade Chaos would be number 7 and Poe would be 8.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I thought I had a shot at your score, Polo, but I couldn't catch you. One trick to that table is to pick the second mission when you open up one of the things. That's when you get to do the shooting thing. There's a lot of points to be had in that.
Let's see what they're saying here. Megatron. Hi everyone. I can't see on Bart's chat. LOL.
Yeah.
You may have to explain that, Bart. I don't know. That's there's something weird about how that works, right? Is it?
I think the bot thing does transfer people's chats so into both of our rooms. Okay. I think it does on mine. I don't know if it does here. And I got to double check that. But that's why I like this thing over here, because now everybody can just see it on the screen.
Right. Let's see. Off Grid Arcade. I'm going to go to your channel. Of course, I got to mute it real quick. Okay, I did. Well, I'm seeing I'm on your channel, looking at it from here. Of course, I see it on our screen, but I also see it on the right over here. So.
Oh, I'm not seeing any of the bot things.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I forget how I set that up. I think that's back when we first started doing the show using Restream. And remember, we had those couple weeks where the chat wasn't working at all. So I think I went into some of those settings to try to figure out why it wasn't working. And maybe that's how I turned it on, something in there. I'll do some research and figure out how to do that, because it is very handy. So if, like when we do the hanging out with me and Poe, everybody who chats on my channel, the bot reposts it into Poe's channel automatically, so they can all see it no matter which channel they're in, they can see everything.
I got to ask you something. I've just, for giggles, clicked on the settings tab, and this is kind of interesting. This doesn't pertain to that what we're talking about as far as the chat, but it does pertain. It says I got a button I can push that says guest control all presentations, and I'm hitting that and turning that on. So does that change anything for you now as far as you putting chats up?
No. Can change it. I think that's only a feature if you pay. I think it does. I think it just doesn't work.
Well, now you just told our whole audience that we're tight asses and we're using the free service.
Well, the watermark up in the top corner should tell them that. Hey, Retro Gamer 1977 Michael asked, just out of curiosity, how much does that pinball setup you two guys have cost to get up and running? I have room in my garage still. That's a funny thing, because both Greg and I kind of it's not a full. We built the machines ourselves, right? Greg, you built yours,
yeah,
and I built mine. So it was really just the cost of the lumber for me, and I'm sure for you pretty much.
Yeah.
This monitor up here, I bought for it was in a main machine, and I just repurposed it to here. The TV monitor that I'm using in here was a TV that we had that we weren't using. And then I have it just connected to my PC. And at the time when I first built it, I didn't have a PC out here. I just had a PC that I wasn't using, and I did that. And you kind of had the same deal, right, Greg? You got PCs
right.
So did you buy those cheap, or did you get those given to you? I can't remember.
What, the PC?
The PC that you have in your pinball, your digital pinball.
I built the second one because I was gifted a PC that would work. But the first one I built, I actually bought a computer for it.
Oh, okay.
Micro Center. And what happened is I brought it home. My story goes is I started it all from scratch. I laid 2 TVs on a bed in a spare bedroom, one across the pillows for the back glass and one laying along the bed, and hooked a PC up to him and ran FX3 at the time. Well, the computer they sold me at Micro Center wouldn't run it. I gave the guy the specs. So I took it back. And they're good. They took it back. But then I just went straight over to the desk. And this was before all that price increases and gouging, right? And I went over there and I said, here's the specs I need. Give me all the stuff I need to build it. So he laid all the stuff out on the cabinet, which was probably about a third of what you'd pay now. I think it was under $1,000. But and then I brought it home and I just laid it on the bed and started playing with the settings. Then I added pinball. I was playing Pinball FX3 and Pinball FX. And then I just started doing measurements and figuring out, hey, I need a box this big. And then I need a box this big. And then I kind of I measured one of my regular pinball machines and said, okay, proportionally, it's this high in the back compared to this high. What are the percentages? Then I just started cutting wood and just figured out a way to mount them in there and gave it a real crappy paint job because who cares? And the monitors, I think it's a 32-inch. No, I don't even know if it's 32-inch, but I'm gonna guess it's a 32-inch monitor. And I bought an actual computer monitor for that. And then the back glass is a 19, whatever this one is. There's one just like it in here I used. It's a 24-inch Roku ONN TV that I think I got for $79 on sale at Walmart. So if you add up the PC and all that, you can actually do this. Was it Derek? Who was it that just had? There's somebody that I've seen on here with us before that I've seen pictures of setup. I don't even think they got it built in the cabinet. I think they just got a TV mounted horse. I could do the same thing here. I got a TV mounted up on the wall.
Right.
And I got one here. All I'd have to do is turn it. You don't even need the cabinet.
Right. Yeah.
So
I did purchase a button pack and the little controller chip. I think that cost me like $30. But everything else in here, I paid $30 for that, and I bought one sheet of plywood and made the whole cabinet out of that one sheet. So I measured everything out and jigsawed it on the piece of plywood so everything would fit. And it was like, okay, now I can cut it out with a jigsaw. But yeah, I had the side panels drawn on there and all that, make sure everything could come out of one sheet of plywood.
That's the same thing I did because I didn't want to buy more than one sheet. And a matter of fact, the place that I went to would cut it for you, in the sizes. They're only supposed to make one cut. But, if you go up there and you're nice to the guy and he gives you a cut, then you hand him like $5 for making the cut and you say, hey, can you make a couple others for me? So basically, he cut the sides out for me.
Oh,
and that way they'd be identical because he could put them in his jig and cut them both at the same time after he cut it in half. Oh, and the only other thing that I bought that was a little expensive was they're actually not Stern. What's the other pinball company? See, I'm drawing a blank tonight. The real pinball machines, Valley. Mm-hmm. They're actually legs off. I bought used legs. There's a guy in town who sells used pinball parts. He's got tons of machines in his house and parts everywhere. You go in his garage, and I think he gave me a real good deal. I think I paid $40 for each set. But so there's actual, and they look just like the Stern pinball machine that I've got in their legs. They look the same. Dimensions are about the same, and probably the hardest thing to mount though is you had to drill a hole and put a carriage bolt in there and a nut on the back side of the corner. So I actually built a little jig, would slip over there that allowed you to run your drill through right through the corner.
Nice.
From the inside out. It kind of set in the corner inside. So you get a perfect in the corners. That was probably the hardest thing I had to do was get those legs.
Yeah. Well, I went way high dollar. I just got black paint for the body and silver paint up here, so it looks like there's a metal rail. And then let me back up here. You can see the top of my fake leg. That's 2x2 material.
Oh.
Painted silver, and then I put the top part so it kind of looks like it's a leg. That's how I did mine. It's highfalutin. And that was scrap 2x4 that I just ripped in half to make the legs. So mine was dirt cheap. Everything about my pinball table. And when you figure it, other than the sheet of plywood and the buttons and the little controller chip, but I bought that as a pack for people that it was designed for people that want to make main machines because they're arcade buttons, not pinball buttons. That's the only thing I really bought. Everything else was just, stuff I had laying around. And even now, even though I've upgraded this computer, it's the computer I use for everything else. And it's doing the pinball. So I didn't really buy any parts for the pinball. I just made sure I had a video card that had 4 outputs so that I could use 2 of them for that.
Right. Well, see, when I did mine, the first thing I did on the first one is I painted it, and I didn't put any protection, like where your hands go or along the edges of the plywood. I just sanded them. Well, the second one, I had to use my router, and I had to be very careful, but I was able to make a slot, the edge all the way coming down. And then I bought, and Micro Center goes through phases. They used to have stuff for making your own video games, and then now they're big into 3D printers. But they had this plastic rolled up stuff that had like a T, and it would fit on a 3/4 inch board. And you just shove that down in there, and it's stuck. And so the second one I built has these nice plastic things, so you're not wearing the paint off with your hands on.
Yeah.
But
no, I just painted mine. Just left it.
And that works. But the other thing, the reason I built a second one though, is this is kind of interesting. I wanted, you can just mount the screen in there, it's fine. But I wanted a piece of glass over it. And the way I did that was I laid the table down, the TV screen down, and I built a mount for it. They all got those mounting holes in the back nowadays. Well, I built the mounting thing, but I left it down a little bit, and I put felt all around the bezel of the TV. And then and this was probably could have been the most expensive thing, but I know a guy that worked at a glass factory. And I told him that I was looking for a piece of tempered glass. I didn't want regular glass in there because what if some kid cut this crap out of themselves? So he told me, he says, "What size do you need? And I'll see what I can do." Well, it was and the guy lives about 40 miles from me, but nice guy. Well, it was like a month or so later, he shows up at my house. He called me first, said, "Hey, I'm coming by." Okay. He might had 2 pieces of glass.
Nice.
He just gave them to me. Well, when I put that one on there, it looked so good and everything, and I thought of things I'd like to do to improve it. I thought, well, wait a second. I got gifted another computer. I got the glass. All I need is a piece of plywood and the software. So I built a second one.
Yeah. Yeah. I had the same thing with that pinball machine. I had the real physical pinball machine that I got from the story. I got it from a guy I knew, and he said it wouldn't work, and I got it fixed. Well, that thing, the paint was shot. I needed to put new rubbers on. Oh, Mike and Poe are going to love this. I had to put new rubbers on it, and for all the bumpers and stuff like that. And the glass was just totaled. I mean, it was stained with stuff that I couldn't even clean off. But that's when I was building houses, and the guys that did all our mirrors and windows, any glass work in a house, shower doors and stuff like that, they had a glass shop. And I was like, "Hey man, I need a piece of tempered glass." I brought the piece in one day. I said, "I need one of these tempered glass." And he gave me what he always called the good guy discount. So he just cut me a piece and handed it to me. But yeah.
Yeah, if you talk to, if you're decent to people, it's surprising you can tell, "Hey, I'm trying to build a homemade pinball machine, have you got any scrap of this or that?" A lot of people do that. One of my latest projects has been building a cigar box guitar. It's made out of cigar box. And there's a tobacco place up there that sells tobacco. It sells cigarettes, cigars. And there's a place I like to eat lunch next to it, and it's up there by Walmart. So I stop in there every now and then. I go get any cigar boxes. This guy just hands me 3 or 4 at a time. So I came home with some more today, and Cheryl said, "You're going to have to quit doing that. Unless you're going to make 35 cigar box guitars, what do you plan on doing with these things?" But they're cool looking. I mean, they're
Right.
high-end cigars. I think, if anything, when I organize my office, I could put like wires in this one and USB things in this. I mean, I don't know.
Right. Megan says she wants to make a tabletop pinball. People do make smaller ones. They'll use tablets as the screen, and they'll build. Greg 3D printed himself one for his Switch that he can drop his Switch in there.
Yeah.
So
this is it. And in theory, what my Switch will fit in here, I don't have my Switch down here, but it fits in here like this. And it's made just to fit in there just right. And then and that's something else. I think, did you say you had to buy this for your machine? You have to buy, I bought one of those button controllers. What do they call it? It's I had to buy it for my pinball machines, but they're cheap on Amazon.
Yeah, those little controller things.
Yeah, it's a button emulator that emulates keystrokes, and then you use joy to key. But anyway, well, I put buttons in here, and supposedly I can get a thing that works for a Switch, one of those button push things that'll fit into the Switch's port, and you can program these supposedly to work, and lay your Switch in there, and you can, push the buttons. This would be like a start, select, nudge, and flipper. So yeah, start, select, nudge, and flipper button.
Nice.
Yeah, it's 3D printed.
Yeah, encoder board. Just Polo says, yeah.
Yeah. See, I got to print these. I got just another one.
Nice. Poe's posting Eurythmics lyrics because it started raining again. Oh.
But yeah, I've also got a monitor. Okay, At Games. I've got the At Games Mini. I've actually got the At Games Pro too, but the Mini, I actually at one time set up my little monitor that I've got. It's just nothing but a monitor. It's very thin, lightweight, runs off a DC power supply, and I hooked that up on my bar top where that Galaga game's at, and which Bart's high score is still on, by the way. On my bar, has got a Galaga machine, bar top Galaga machine. He comes to town, he puts the high score, and I can't beat it.
I'm very familiar with that bar top.
I'm thinking about throwing it in the trash. But anyway, every time I look at it, it says OGA right on the top. But I've got, I set that up with that Mini and turned it horizontally and got it all set up. And I'd play the Zachariah At Games stuff, which I think you were the one that mentioned that last week. There's some new tables that come out that you can't get except on through At Games. Because I think friend Digital Victory posted a video about one of them, right? So let's see. Let me put this one up here. Let's see what I can see it better when it's on the screen. That I could cut one, no pun intended, where I could set my phone in an angle and some buttons that work in touchscreen. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can do whatever you want. I mean, you can build whatever you want. Yeah, I think a bar top one would be fun to build. Maybe that's something I'll think about doing.
Michael asked what my high score was on Galaga. I have no idea. It's been a while since I played that.
I think I'll do it. You know what? I haven't done a video on my channel other than these live streams. I may do a video. You guys might check out my channel here shortly, and I might do a video on that. And you can. I'll probably have some choice words for Bart, and it probably won't be, made for kids.
Yeah, I don't remember we'll go with 72 million. That's what my high score was. That's what we'll go with.
Yeah.
Until we have video evidence, we'll keep it at that.
Like an Austin Powers. 1 billion.
Right. Yeah.
You guys want to see the tournament real quick? It's a quick 4-minute video. I'll show you the tournament video real quick. What do you think, Bart? You want to get that over with?
Sure. Yeah. Why don't we do that? You might want to pull that chat down.
Yes, I will pull the chat down by hitting this. See, I'm still in training. Excuse me.
No, I just know from watching Casey's show on Monday night, half the time he'll show something. He's like, dang it, that chat was up there the whole time.
Here we go. Okay, here we go. It's tournament time on the show. I haven't run this cabinet or run OSB on this cabinet to do video in quite a while, so I'm hoping this is working. We're creating the tournament. The password is G Parker as always, and we're playing Goat Simulator Pinball. 6 days, 23 hours and 59 minutes left. It's set up by G Parker's Arcade, and the password is G Parker, all lowercase, all one word. So play. Now this is a Pinball FX that I'm doing. And I'm going to switch back and forth because I got them on different machines, Pinball M and Pinball FX.
You're finally awake.
The other tournament's not quite done yet.
This is the perfect time to
it's
give
running
you
on
the backstory you need.
on
While you
Pinball
sit there looking around.
M.
Exposition,
So
as they
even though it
call
wasn't done, I thought I could go ahead and get this one started. So Goat Simulator on Pinball FX. And I don't have a black glass for this one yet, so that's what you get. I got to do that.
You
so
because you have quite a reputation wreaking havoc.
Let's get this thing started. Launch the ball.
Do that again.
Oh.
See that thing? That goat tower that looks super cool.
Ball save.
That thing is your home from now on. Maybe you should investigate.
no, 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 no. Should have nudged. No! Well, ball saved. I don't know if any of you have played Goat Simulator, the actual game. It's kind of stupid and fun at the same time. I've played it. That's because I'm kind of stupid and fun at the same time. Okay. See what I'm aiming for. Let's go right up the center. Oh! Oh no, no! 1,500,000. 4 bonuses after ball 2. Bonuses. 1,533,457 after 2 balls. Here we got a beach ball. Oh no! Shoot again.
Oh.
Ball out. Okay, that's the end for me. I guess it's fortunate we did this because Restream only lets you put up so big a video, so hopefully I won't have to shrink this one down because I didn't play that long. 1,627,708 for my first attempt. Goat Simulator Pinball FX. Again, Pinball M's tournament from last week has not ended yet, so I'm not able to put the final scores on that on this video, but we'll get right to it here on the show. Thanks for watching, everybody. Back to the show. Take it away, Bart.
Man, that thing was brutal.
Yeah. I lost the screen. I hit something that made the screen go away on the text while that was playing. I forgot how to get it back. I don't know what I honestly, this is why you shouldn't let an amateur touch this stuff.
Oh.
So you can remind me later how to get that back when I'm playing a video. I don't know.
Oh. Poe said they pay Goat Stimulator in West Virginia.
Well, I actually got the Goat Simulator game on my Xbox, I think, and I don't know how many hours I've wasted. How many hours I've wasted playing that game because you don't do anything. Well, you do. You just run around and kick and headbutt people and destroy shit. I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
Like I said in the video, it's kind of stupid and funny, kind of like me.
I think my granddaughters out in Florida were playing it when we were out there. They like just running around. Hey, there's Java.
There's Java. I was telling Bart before we started that I came down to shoot that video. I had not used that machine in quite a while. So first, I couldn't get it on the internet because I'd unplugged something that it's all Ethernet driven. There's a splitter that takes power, so I'd disconnected the power to that something. I think I forgot to tell you my keyboard, my wireless keyboard, the batteries were dead, so I had to replace the batteries.
Wow.
And then I went to Epic, which is where I've got Pinball FX, and I had to log back in. Usually you don't have to, it just remembers, but then it sent me a code. Oh, it was just a nightmare to get that done. And I hadn't used, and that's the point I'm headed to, is I hadn't used OBS. So as you can tell, I didn't get a chance to experiment because I was too busy screwing and fixing everything else. And the volume on the game was so much louder than my voice. I need to tweak that. Normally I do a test video and do it and then make some tweaks and then do it, but I didn't do that today. So.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to tell Jabba since he's here. It's a shame he wasn't here earlier because Greg read off the scores to the tournament, and Jabba won, and he was giving away $1 million prize for the first place, but you had to be here at the time.
Yeah.
So you came close, but that was a great score though, Jabba.
I got it up here now, 27,199,107. And the next highest score was Hollywood Polo with 11,000,006. So Java pretty much ran away with the game.
Yeah. Darn near got if you add all the rest of us up.
Yeah. I think you're pretty much right.
Minus Poe's score, of course, because Poe's score was pretty high.
Yeah. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
I had when we first we got these fancy new coffee makers at the Holiday Inn, and I always tell people it's always fresh, never fast, because it grinds the beans and everything for each cup of coffee. So it's always fresh. And there was a lady there, and she couldn't figure out how to work the touch screen to get her coffee working. And there was a guy at the other machine getting his coffee. So I walked over. I saw her struggling, scratching her head. So I walked over and I helped her. And then while it was making her cup of coffee, I said, just so you know, since you needed help, I have to charge you double for the coffee. And she just got a confused look on her face. And she kind of looked over at the other guy and he goes, double free is still free. She's like, oh, I get it. We're like, well, she hadn't had her coffee yet, so we'll let that one go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Amazing. Well, what's new going on in pinball? I'll tell you what, I did some research because we talked about it last week. I watched, I can't remember his proper name, Decon. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Decon? Okay. I watched his video. He had some trouble with what he thought was a warped playfield. I think that was the topic we talked about.
Yeah. Did you see what it actually was?
It was actually some washers that are spacers or something that go underneath that translucent tabletop. Evidently got shifted in transport or something.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was interesting that playfield is a piece of plexiglass with the playfield art printed on the bottom of it.
Right.
So the ball's not actually rolling on the artwork. It's just rolling on the plexiglass on top. Yeah, and that little disc had popped out of its spot and was under the plexiglass up on top of the wood. So all those people that were saying, oh, these tables came with warped wood, and it wasn't the wood. It was just a piece. It still was a manufacturing problem because the piece popped out in shipping, but yeah.
But I'm generally hearing, and for those that don't know what I'm talking, it's the Alice. Oh,
Alice Goes to Wonderland.
Yeah, Wonderland Amusement came out with a machine that's under $1,000, home machine. So whoever's asking about building a machine, there's another option because I don't think you can build one. What they're selling,
Yeah, and if you don't have any parts, and if you need to build a pinball machine like we have. Mine is as low end as you can go. I'm using a television for the playfield monitor. I don't have glass on top, which was by design. I know you wanted the glass on top, and a lot of people do, and it does look better and all that. But because of where I'm at, I would have to take that glass off all the time to dust off the screen. I didn't want to have another layer that I'd have to go through to get to dusting it off. But yeah, it was a light diffuser that had moved. It was over top of one of the LED lights is what had popped out. But yeah, if you're going to start from scratch, including buying a PC and monitors and all that stuff, and then if you're going to go high end and put in the haptic feedback stuff, and people are doing all kinds of stuff like that, surround sound speakers that will make it feel like you can feel the ball rolling and all, you're talking $3,000, $4,000, $5,000.
Right.
But you can buy that Wonderland. I think now that the Kickstarter's over, I think they're like $1,100.
Yeah, probably did go up a little bit. Then of course, then I go back to the fact that if you build your own, I'm running FX3, FX, Pinball M, BPX on mine. So I mean, I used to do. If you look back at my older videos on my channel, I used to do videos about the new BPX tables that come out, similar to what Digital Victory does. Only Digital Victory tells you how to play them. I just told you which ones were coming out and how to get them. But there's so many on my machine. I'll tell you, there's some that I haven't even played yet. I mean, I was going nuts, just downloading them and putting them on there. And so there's more pinball machines than I could ever play games on that. And one of them I've got, Table One, it's got the software I got running it actually has, I can play Galaga, Pac-Man, and stuff like that on the pinball machine, because when I built it, I incorporated in a joystick, and so and an A, B, C, or A, B, X, Y button and all that. So there is a lot of versatility in building your own. But then I'll go to the third option, At Games, and if you go over and watch Digital Victory, I'll put in a plug for our friend Ed. He's playing with the At Games pinball machine. I think he got the new 4K pinball machine, and you can actually play the games they provide, but you can actually hook your PC up to it and play BPX tables, and I think you can even play Zen Studios tables, if I'm not mistaken. So there's another option for you, and I don't know what they're getting for their machine, but theirs is right around 1,000, isn't it? Or is it a little more than that? I don't know what it is.
Oh, for that 4K?
Yeah.
It's, I think, to get the full meal deal with all the bells and whistles, you're close to $1,800, $1,900.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the baseline one is 12 or 13. Java said they're selling the micro in the States for $300. They pull your pants down on the price of the tables. Yeah, I didn't know they were still selling those micros.
You're talking about At Games micro?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what Java's saying.
Oh, you're right. I got to scroll down. Did we recognize the fact that Mike's Gaming Gala is here? I don't know.
I laughed at some of his texts, or his messages. I think he popped in when the video was playing.
Oh, okay. Hello, Mike. Yeah, At Games are selling the micro in the States for $300, but they pull your pants down on the price of the tables. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've got the At Games Legend cabinet, and then I've got those minis, and I've played some I bought some of the pinball tables. A little blurry, but let's see, what's it say there?
$250.
$250. Wow.
There you go. If you want to jump in on Digital Pinball Tabletop, that might be a heck of a deal right there.
I've really thought about getting rid of my mini and my At Games. What's the name of that next bigger size one? You got the mini, and you've got the Pro, and then you've got the Ultimate, which is the upright cabinet. I really thought about getting rid of those, but I've bought so many of the pinball tables for that At Games. That might be the route for me to go if I get rid of those, is just transfer them over to that pinball machine.
That's a really good price. And like you, I bought a bunch of tables for the At Games because I have the Legends Gamer Pro that's sitting. Well, I can touch it. It's right here, but it's underneath this table, leaning against the wall, because I had it in the house, and then I had a TV on one of those rotating wall mounts, so I could go vertical for pinball or put it sideways for playing regular stuff. But yeah, that's a great price for that thing. Then I could play those tables that I bought. I got all those Dr. Seuss tables and all that stuff that I have no way of playing right now.
I screwed up somehow. And, I noticed Nintendo Switch is doing this, and At Games did it. I've got those 3 units, the Ultimate, the Gamer Pro, and the Gamer Mini. I finally remember the name of it. And there's some way you can set it up to where you can play them all on, you can play on any of your machines. Or there's a way you can play it just on this machine, but you don't have to log in. That's what it is. If you want to play on any machine, you have to log in each time. If you
Right.
don't, well, somehow I set it up to where I didn't have to log in. I think I lost my internet. So now when I go to pull up a game on one of them, it says you can't play this one until you turn off on your other unit. It doesn't tell you which one. So now I've got to hook all three units, the other two units up. The Ultimate's always on or set up. And I got to figure out which one to turn that off. So if I buy another one and get rid of those, I will lose those tables. So I've got to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, and that would be a thing for me. It's been probably 2 years since I turned that thing on. So I'd have to turn it on and figure out how to make sure that I didn't lose all my stuff. But that's a great price. I don't know where I would put one. Even one of those minis, because it's or micro HD. What do they have? 15.6-inch playfield, 1080p, 60 frames per second, 8-inch black backglass LCD, 50 built-in pinball tables.
50 built-in tables, huh? Yeah, I just brought that up because it's starting to drive me crazy. Driving me a little crazy.
Yeah, so it's small, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
if you don't have a lot of space.
$249.99. Wow, that's just.
Hang on, I'm setting up one of those GoFundMe pages right now so people can donate and I can buy one because
I'll give you one better if you want. Hang on, get on that page and I'll give you Poe's credit card number because he gave it to me to pay for something one day and I told him I'd tear it up, but I lied.
Mike, it's been longer than that. Just saying.
Oh, taking that one off. I didn't read it all the way through.
That's funny stuff. Poe saying, Horton, here's a hoe. Yeah, that's Pinball M. That's the Pinball M version of a.
Okay, so he says, Java says he'd buy that. It comes with 20 tables. I think it said it came with 50 tables.
Yeah, it said 50 on here.
Yeah.
50 pre-built tables, including Zacharias Deluxe tables, Taito's Space Invaders, Bubble Bobble, and Arkanoid, and so much more. For just $249.99.
Now, here's my question. And it's not a deal breaker at $249.99. Definitely not a deal breaker, but I wonder if that can be hooked up to your PC like the full-size table.
Right. Yeah, the OT, what do they call it? OTA? OTG, on the go?
On the go, yeah. And all it does, it basically, as a input, see my cabinet that has that too. And I can hook a Raspberry Pi up to it or a PC because it basically uses your screen and it uses your controls hooked to your Raspberry Pi through the USB, and then there's a HDMI that hooks to the screen, and you switch the screen from game to HDMI input, and basically you're just using the controls on the screen and the Pi for the operating system. So, yeah, that's the next question. That's a question for Digital Victory.
Yeah, Mike, this is teamwork here. I'm setting them so you can spike them. It's it's small, but it's pretty cool when you don't have a lot of space. Yeah, Kelly's little. I'm just saying, works out nicely.
23 by 23.6 by 12.36 by 24.27 pounds. Boy, Bosie's at 23.6. He said that's a monster.
Yeah, hack the shit out of it and get steam running on it. Nice little project. You probably could. You could probably put your own guts in there just for the the body of the thing and the screens and all that, and then put a mini PC, micro PC, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I just wonder if it's called the Legends Pinball Micro H. It says HD. It's not 4K though, surely.
No, it's 1080p. So, but still, I mean, it's only a 16-inch screen, so I don't know how much 4K would help at that tiny screen anyway. But
I just typed in a search. Okay, the At Games Legend Pinball Micro, ALP Micro, supports on-the-go mode, allowing you to connect a PC, Steam Deck, or other devices to use its display and controls to external virtual pinball software like Pinball FX and FX3. There you go.
there you go.
There you go.
I might have to buy one of those.
That's according to Google. Did we see? You know, I hate these places that don't. You got to add it to your cart before it tells you the shipping. Okay, now they want to say an extra $99 of video input backglass switchboard for Legends Micro Pinball for another $100.
What is that for?
Well, I've heard that they did that with the first machine that came out. It's a board.
Yeah, that board for doing the OT on the go stuff.
But I think that's only if you want to. I guess that's how you got to put it. I guess it will only put the play field on the play field, like when you're playing like as a single computer user, and you have to have this thing to make the back glass work. So there's another $100. But I'm just trying to think of. I'm just trying to see what they charge for shipping, and they don't tell you until checkout. So
I think the back glass will work with the built-in games. And anything that's at games that's made for it, this is that Vibs board that lets you do the on the go. So if you want to plug your PC in, then you need to spend that $100. But if you're just going to use the built-in stuff or download any new at games Zaccaria tables or whatever they're releasing, they should work with the back glass.
Right. It's just if you want to do the on the go, which
right.
You know. I could play. You can still rotate a screen to play in that mode and still get your scores to show up on the playfield, can't you? Like you can in playing single mode.
I would think so.
Okay. Well, get this. I just found this out because I had to act like I was going to buy it. I wish they'd tell you up front, but it's got free shipping, man.
Really?
Free shipping. For $249.99.
Wow.
Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna have to. God, what do I? If you guys got any, okay, I'm gonna put this back to the chat group. Anybody got any ideas on what I should say to Cheryl to get this thing? You know, she just bought me for my birthday a brand new car, so this is gonna be a tough sell.
Yeah,
this car is big enough. I could put the pinball machine in the back. It's got three row seatings. I could fold the center seats down, and you can sit in the back seat, the far back seat, and play pinball. So.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Here's what you tell her, Greg. Tell her that it's a really good price, and my birthday is just next week. So tell her that you bought one for you and one for me. And when she starts to turn bright red, say, just kidding, I didn't buy one for Bart. I only got mine. And she'll be like, okay, then that's fine. And you'll be off the hook. Tell her you bought one for me, and then you went to tell me about it. So, and then it found out that I already bought one for myself. So you're just going to keep the one. And it'll look like you tried to be nice.
Yeah, but I got a better one yet. I'm just going to click order now. And when it shows up, I'm gonna say, Bart said he was sending me something. I can't. What the hell? What a guy!
There you go.
Guy.
Yeah. Say it was from Kelly. She won't get mad at her.
Oh yeah. Well, wait a second. I don't know. She loves the heck out of Kelly, but what is that man's wife doing buying you a?
Well, technically, we got Mike Gaming Road Warrior. We bought him that Quest headset, and I did suggest it, but before I could even finish the sentence, Kelly was like, "Yeah, let's do it," and she was already going on Amazon. So that was as much from Kelly as it was from me. So
well, it was the same thing, it sent Poe, and I will give Derek credit. Derek did the chip in when I just said it. He says, "Hey, let me help." But when I went to get Poe that Rog Alley, I just thought, he just thought it'd be fun, something to send him, and we went to Sam's Club. They had them on sale, and actually Cheryl went over and got it. She actually went. And I said, "You know what I'm going to do with that?" No, she said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, you and I are fortunate that we've got wives who are very tolerable of our hobby and our friendships and stuff, and let us do the things we got." So yeah, we're very fortunate gentlemen here. Well, you know what? We're into our hour. I just have one question for everybody. Did everybody enjoy Mario Day yesterday? Because you want to know the truth, it was like 9:00 last night. Finally, it dawned on me. It's oh shit, it's Mario Day. I should have done a video, and so I forget.
hold on, I got a call coming in.
Phone call. Call in line.
Hello.
Hey, does your refrigerator work?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that didn't go the way I wanted it to.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for asking anyway.
Or whatever. Damn it.
I got prank called. That dang old Poe. Poe, you got to keep control of that guy.
Is your refrigerator running? Is it working?
Is your refrigerator working? I can't log on, Polo. I guess Polo jumped on and posted a score. I can't log on to Pinball FX while I'm in this mode. That's one thing I do have to do. I have to set this monitor here as my primary monitor in order to run any of the pinball tables besides VPX. VPX, I don't have to do that. VPX could handle it and say, no, go to screen number 3 and 4 but for Pinball FX, I have to make this the primary screen or it won't show up over there. And if I run it on this screen, oh man, it fucks everything up. I found out that the hard way. So, yeah. Megan says she's not seeing all the chats. Are they not coming up on the screen, or are you talking in your chat window on your phone or whatever? Yeah,
because I think I've still got them. And Bart, I still don't remember. It's what button did I hit to make those come over to the screen? Just if you could tell me that real quick.
Well, they're on there now.
Yeah, but I want to make sure if I lose them, I know how to get them back.
Oh, at the top of the other chat window where you highlight people's chats.
Oh, show on stream. There it is.
Yeah, it's that one.
It defaults to off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. All right.
It does make our pictures bigger if you take that down, but ain't nobody want to see our heads any bigger than they have to.
Well, one thing I think Bart and I envision doing this, and I think you and Poe are the same way. Don't forget to check out Poe and Bart on Sunday nights, replacing our old show that we did, and then Bart and I will be here on Wednesday nights. But I think the whole idea was, we try to stay on topic with the pinball, and Bart and them, they just kind of hang out. But, kind of like to let the audience participation, the chat kind of drive a lot of what we say. So That's why I like the fact that we're able to see it up here on the screen. And I'm sorry if you're having trouble seeing it at home. I know that YouTube and Restream have had some issues before in the past as far as how they migrate back and forth. But you should be able to see it right here.
Yeah. And I'll look into that because I do think on my Restream, I had gone into the settings and found a setting to do that, but it's not on the settings in here. There's a whole different web page that you can go to with other more in-depth settings, which I used to have in my bookmark bar on top of my screen right next to Restream, but I haven't had to use it for over a year now. So I ditched I might still have it on the sidebar, but if I can figure that out, I'll see if I can turn that on and make sure it's working. If I can get into that, I'll look for it on mine. And if I can find that setting on mine, I'll log into yours and turn it on so that people's chats get passed back and forth.
Yeah, because that would be cool to be able to do.
Yeah, it is handy because it's pretty neat. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, is it the top messages or all messages? There is that too. But, and one other thing I just want to mention, because I also went and did a little search for any pinball news and what's going on. It's not this coming weekend, but it is the following weekend if you needed to make plans. But that big Texas pinball show, they do it every year. That's next weekend, the 20th, 21st, 22nd, just north of Dallas. So anyone that's big into pinball and likes to go to those things, that's coming up fast. I know 3 years ago, we all talked about trying to go there or something, but it just didn't work out. But yeah, it's pretty
Dallas,
neat.
My sister lives just north of Dallas, and Dallas is really not that bad a drive for me.
Yeah.
Straight down I-49, pretty much.
Yeah. It's probably where this is at for me is probably a 9-hour drive. So
I wouldn't doubt if it's probably about that for me. We probably leave at the same time, get there at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
when is that? Say that when that is again, Bart?
The 20th through the 22nd. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, not this coming week, but the following weekend.
Yeah, see, I think I got too much going on, but I'll tell you what, let's keep that in mind for next year. I might just put a little slush fund aside and open my calendar up for that part time.
Yeah. Yeah. The hard part for us, like at this point, there's no way we could go because we always work on the weekends.
Right.
So I would have to give work more than 1 week's notice to let them know. But
let's both put that in our thinking caps for next year and talk about that maybe after the turn of the
yeah.
in January.
I think it's every year around March. So, and then Kelly and I are talking about it, but we're not sure what'll happen. But we're trying to talk about it heading out to Portland in October for the PRGE, because we got family up there anyway, so we could go visit them and then go to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. But we'll see.
Yeah, no, that's up there by Mike, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mike, yeah.
Yeah, I think Mike's Gaming Gala, who's in our chat right now, I think they met there last year. Didn't you guys hook up with Mike? Didn't you and Mike meet up? And Casey was there, and so yeah, there are quite a few people that go to that thing. So Kelly and I are thinking about if we can work it out, we're going to go. So it's just a matter of scheduling and all that funding. Make sure we don't have that Eskimo disease. Funds are low. Got me a bad case of funds are low. But yep. Mike and Mike met up last year in Portland. So, and that's when I met Mike, Gaming Road Warrior Mike. I met them because we were up visiting family, and Mike came down to Portland, and we went and played pinball. So, yes, Jabo, we'll let you know. There is a course coming out tomorrow. on Walkabout Mini Golf. I have a doctor's appointment in El Paso tomorrow. So, but we might, I don't know, we might try to get together, see what Poe's got going on over the weekend or something between when I get off work and he has to go to bed or something. Maybe we can squeeze in some walkabout. But there is a new course. I think it's based on old school Hollywood, like 40s and 50s and stuff like that, is what it's based on. So, but yeah. So,
Listen, I think that's about it for me, guy. Oh, Bart, you got anything? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just saw Polo said have a good appointment. They're just checking my ears. That's all. That's all it is. But I'm trying to get the VA to acknowledge my tinnitus, and now so they got me jumping through a couple of hoops to make sure. But what's going on? But so it's nothing major. It's not like I'm having a kidney removed or something. It's just tinnitus. So
I went to the doctor yesterday, and of course it was my psychiatrist, and she said I'm still nuts, so I figure that everything's fine.
Nice. All right, yeah, that's all I got.
Well, I appreciate everybody showing up. Don't forget, we got Pinball FX tournament. I'm going to rotate back and forth between FX and Pinball M, mainly because now they're on different, I can set up tournaments on both. So I don't have to wait to record my video till the one's done for the week before. I can go ahead and get a video started. So we're going to try to have one every week. And it looks like so far, it looks like Java is taking the lead as far as our tournaments here on the Pinball Fun Show. So, yeah, it's good. Bart, I'll leave you with some final thoughts, and then that's it for me, everybody.
Yeah, that's about all I got. Like I said, I'll see those of you that go to Mike's Gaming Gala's show on Saturday afternoon, 12 p.m. East or 2 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you in Mike's chat, and then other than that, Poe and I will be going for hanging out with Poe and Off Grid with special guests. The Intellivision gamer Casey is going to be on our show this week, so tune into that Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. 6 o'clock Central. Casey's going to be on with us. We're going to talk some Intellivision, and even though he's the Intellivision gamer, he knows a lot about a lot of those old consoles, and so it may not be limited to just Intellivision. We could talk Atari or whatever we need to talk about. So it'll be fun. I've never got to talk to Casey directly yet. Well, yeah, I did actually a little bit. I went on to his show when he was doing a big thing, but there were like 9 people there, so we didn't get time to chat. It'll be fun. So tune into that Sunday night. And like always, Mike's Gaming Gal is on Saturday afternoon playing some stuff. So that's always fun. So
Cool deal. Well, again, second week of doing this on Wednesday nights. It looked like pretty good success. Had a good turnout. Thank everybody for showing up. Get in those pinball tournaments. Right now, they're just for fun, but we may gear up for something fancy. Anyway, we'll keep you posted here. Have a good one, everybody. I'm going to hit this button that says "in the stream." Good night now.
all right. Later.